Daily Show. Here's CJ. Wednesday morning continuing in the heart of the 618. Tony Allen in studio. Cheap AF Videos preparing for a really cool Eclipse event at the Skyview Drive-In in Litchfield. That's a great venue, man. How are we doing today?
Very, very good. Been going there my whole life. It's been a lot of fun. Dreams came true there. Got to make out with a girlfriend. You know, every guy wanted to do that at the Drive-In. So that place has always been special in my heart.
Yeah, and I just wanted to, real quick, I got a comment on Facebook. We have to take a commercial break because that's how, I stay in a job. With that being said, Tony, getting back to Cheap AF Videos, I gotta ask you, how did this idea come about? Because to do what you're doing is not an easy thing.
No, it's not.
And honestly, I think, because I've been in the wrestling world and all that,
cool.
To do this it's a great idea, but it's how do we do it?
Yes.
And I'm sure that's been something you've been evaluating, and it seems like it's going off to a great start, man.
Yeah, everything's working really well so far. It's just, long story short, basically the best way to say how this whole thing started is Puppet the Psycho Dwarf. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
I know a little bit of him.
Yep, Half-Pint Brawler, Jackass 3D.
Yeah,
He did Oz Great and Powerful. Everybody knows that guy. They just don't know him by his name.
That's true.
Yeah,
okay.
You show that guy's face, everybody knows who he is. Or most people have.
Yeah.
Well, so he got worked in association with Ringing Bell Productions, which is a company that helps a lot of Alton businesses. They do music videos and business promos. And then I was asked to come on to do theme music because I'm a musician at heart. So I have my own band. I've been trying this stuff my whole life, pretty much. And so I got brought on to do the theme music for the show, the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show. This was right in 2020.
During COVID.
Right during this. So that's where the whole idea came from, because he couldn't go out. So Steve came up, Puppet the Psycho Dwarf, we'll call it Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show. We'll have everybody do stuff from inside their house. And they were on this small independent network. And then unfortunately, suddenly and tragically, Steve had a heart attack and died in 2020.
Oh, no.
So I got to know the guy. I was on the show for 2 or 3 episodes. Steve dies, and then, which I understand that we were pulled from the network because the celebrity's gone, no one cares.
Right.
I believed in it so much. I love what I was doing because I was allowed to come on as a comedian. It's a stand-up comedy show. And I think I left that out. I auditioned to come on because I love what the guy was doing so much, and he let me come on. And so I made my own segment called Love on Lockdown, which is really like a daily show. Really, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if you're familiar with Talk Soup or the soup that was on E! Network. That was one of my favorite shows ever growing up, and I always wanted to do that. It was Tosh.0 too. They the same formula, right? So I did that. And it's like a little bit, almost like a fake news broadcast where we have sports, weather, silly things, all sorts of kind of things. And it was doing great. And then again, so I saw that coming when Steve died. So let's make our own website, let's put it up here, so at least it keeps going. And luckily, I've had a couple of comedians that were on have stayed with me, Carol Johnson and Sandy Bernstein, and who were part of the event, which we'll talk about later. And then one thing led to another, just the networking of people who were on the original network. This is where some of the other show ideas came from, and it just kind of grew into this. Now we have movies and have TV shows, and it's just grown from one thing to another.
Really cool, man. Yep. And now take me to it. So what do you have on the platform?
Okay, so you're going to find my show, the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show, which is still going on. We're still doing new episodes. Probably won't do anything till after the event. And then we have Hack's Horror Show, which that guy, he's like an underground cult following. He's a horror host. Kind of like, so he hosts horror, like Joe Bob Briggs from, I don't know if you're familiar with that. He does like the drive-in stuff.
Yeah.
And so we have an episode of that on there. It's exclusive to us. He's been doing stuff forever. And then we have Drake Younger, 2020 Cancel, which is a show about the cancel culture and how that affected people. And since you're into wrestling a little bit, this is an amazing show, this amazing episode, where Drake Younger, he was a guy who started out as a deathmatch wrestler and then became a WWE referee. And so the whole story, it's his rise and fall because he was canceled by cancel culture because of all the COVID stuff.
Oh,
and
that's right.
He ran for governor or down in Florida and stuff, I think it was.
He ran for office. Yeah, I know he did.
It's an incredible story because this guy was a guinea pig because he was the first guy to ref anything with the COVID regulations. And so it's a really tremendous, amazing story. And then the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show is something that we do that's really, it's just a special comedy show. It's stand-up comedy. It's great. It's wacky. It's zany. We have interviews with celebrity guests every now and then. You just never know what you're going to get on it.
So on your website, I like this idea because in YouTube, you get 1 million views. People think you're rich. You get about $1,000. That's it.
Yeah.
And now, but for here, it doesn't matter. You know, you're doing a downloadable price, correct?
Yes. Yep. And you can get episodes as low as 29 cents. So everything is your minimum purchase is we have not been able to work $1.98. You have to spend $1.98, but you can get so much. Just like somebody spent $4.94 and got hours worth of entertainment the other day.
Well, and that's the thing, because a lot of times, especially now, I think people are really getting out of the mainstream, network content.
They are, right. I think because it's remakes, reboots, everybody's seen this stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing too, is that anybody who's listening, we take any project in a sense, I mean, if we find it interesting or whatever, even if we're not, if you seem like you're really passionate or whatever, we'd love to put it up there. We do all sorts of deals with anybody. 50% us, 50% you, 70% you, 30% us. It just depends on how much work I or we, my team, are going to be involved in.
So take me through the last couple of years. I mean, now that, this has decided we have to have our own platform, have you seen a lot of growth, a lot of good stuff? We're doing
well. We're expanding. We're just expanding more than developing. I make a joke, but I love to say it because it's almost true. With the Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show, the only television show with no audience. It's pretty good, right?
Right, that's pretty good.
But there's a little, it's growing, but the biggest thing is we're expanding into movies and stuff. We just started producing on movies, and we're really super excited and proud about this. One is just about to be released on home video, and you'll be able to catch it on streaming services in the fall. It's called Spider Baby, which is a remake of the original. And this one's got, we're real proud and happy with this. Dustin Ferguson, who's done a whole bunch of movies, guy does great things. This has Ron Chaney in it, which Ron Chaney is the great-grandson of Lon Chaney, as in Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow.
So it's so cool that, I mean, we're talking about a guy that came out in 1925. It's a century later, and his family is still making movies, and now we are right alongside producing this movie, Spider Baby, that just had a premiere out in October. And it's going to be released again, home video and streaming services in the fall. We have another one called The Gifted that's coming out next month. It's a spiritual horror movie. It's going to be great, starring Ginger Lynn Allen. She was in Rob Zombie's Devil's Rejects and 31. And so that's going to premiere in Las Vegas. So if anyone's interested, I don't know anybody. Downtown Cinemas, March 23rd. And you can you'll also be able to find tickets for that on StrangeFilmsStudios.com. We worked up a partnership with them, Frank Philip Aguilar and August Aguilar. These guys are fantastic filmmakers. Again, they do so much with so little, which is what's so cool about them.
Well, yeah, and I think that's what I think's getting more and more prominent, is the fact that people can produce wonderful content.
It's amazing. Nothing. Yep. And if you go on YouTube, you can see The Lion's Den by them. It's got over 1 million views. I mean, these guys are super talented. This is going to be a great movie. It's going to be awesome.
Was this something you always wanted to do, or is this something you fell into?
Everything, it fell into it.
That's what I was wondering.
Because the whole process started from getting asked to do the theme music. And then I just love what Steve was doing, and I always wanted to do that kind of knockoff show of Talk Soup, or the soup. Well, it started as Talk Soup, and then I've just been hooked ever since, and here we are.
That's really cool.
Yep.
You still make music?
Yes. Yep. I just released another EP earlier this year.
Yeah, I might have to make you have you make me my Daily Show entrance theme. I just don't like the one we're currently using.
Really? No. Yeah, I love doing that. I love doing that. Yeah, the Dearly Beloved. That's my band.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I've heard of it.
I just did another cover song. I do a couple cover songs every now and then. Who by Fire, Leonard Cohen, old school song. So.
Right on.
Yep.
Right on. Well, let's talk about Total Eclipse of the Heartland, April the 8th. And this is really cool. This is at the Skyview Drive-In Theater in Litchfield, which is right on Route 66.
It is.
That's what I was wondering.
Yes, it is.
So take
the Mother Road.
The Mother Road. And as Henry would say from Henry's Rabbit Ranch, we love talking to Henry at Route 66. We get the best history and all the fun stuff. Well, $40 early bird tickets until March 1st. And take me through the event, because you got a bunch of good names.
Yes. So it's all day. We're going to open doors around 10 o'clock. Well, I should say around. We're going to open doors at 10 o'clock. The event will start around 11. We're going to have vendors all day. And it's just going to be stand-up comedy and live music. So we're going to start with Sandy Bernstein, a great stand-up comedian on my show, Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show. Then she's going to be followed by Carol Johnson, another terrific. You can find these online, SandyBernsteinComedy.com. And Carol Johnson Comedy, you can find her on. You can find them all the socials.
Right.
She's next, and then we're gonna have Rafe Williams from the Rizzuto Show. He's supposedly bringing, I think, somebody. So the first 4 hours of that, we're just gonna be a stand-up comedy. Then somewhere in between, we're gonna be doing the PS5 raffle. So if you spend $40 right now, you could possibly win this brand new PS5 that we're raffling, giving away. And the drive-in only holds 800 carloads. That's if we sell this place out.
Right.
I mean, that's best case scenario.
Right.
So your chance of winning this thing right now for $40 are pretty good.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, honestly. And so take me through this. So what type of PS5 are we winning here, too?
It's the digital edition. Yeah,
Perfect.
The one that's on the site is the one that is a picture. We took that. We have that in our home. My wife, Susie, God bless her. I love her very much. And
Thank you, Susie.
Yes, thank you. She did this awesome picture. And that's the one we are giving away.
Really cool. I just love it. And I think it's really cool that you're able to have fun growing.
Yes.
You know, because in media, I always tell people, you can't do this if you aren't enjoying it. You know, no matter if it's a talk show like this or if it's an interview show like I used to do or the wrestling, anything you do, you got to enjoy it. You got to have fun, and you guys are having fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I've learned so much with everything doing, and it's just been so much. It's so great. And we're going to pretty much close the place down with Steve Ewing, the full Steve Ewing band.
Oh, really cool.
So he's going to come out and tear it up and do what he does best, sing his hits. And I mean, I don't know, is there a bigger St. Louis personality than him? I don't really. I mean, that guy's he's really something.
Well, and he's doing a lot of good stuff too.
He really is. I mean, he is an angel in disguise. I swear to that guy.
You're right,
he
man.
is. He's incredible.
Well, and now take me through the build up to this, because anyone that's ever put on an event, you know, I've been down that road. It is not easy.
No. And well, what's funny is I came up with this idea in 2022. So I approached the drive-in in 2022, who was owned by different people at that time,
Yep.
and they loved the idea, but it was up for sale, and you're coming in 2022, but I know how big this was.
Right.
And because last time it was Psycho around here. So I didn't know. I figured everybody would be booking everywhere. So I contact them, and then we'll do this as long as we're still owners, but we can't promise anything because we're up for sale. And then it was around, gosh, I can't remember. I think it was like literally like a year later around, we went out and even looked again because I haven't been out there for a few years. In like September 22, and I think it was like 6 months later that it was we were getting a message, and we've got new owners. So we talked to them, and they love the idea too. And it's been a slow build up since I would say spring of 22.
Well, I love, because you're getting more than, the price of admission on this. I mean, tarot card reading is going to be there too.
Yep. Madam Suzette, Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show. Yep, my wife, that's what she does.
That's
super cheap, because it's a mystic event,
Right.
So
really cool. And then the photo booth's still going to be there?
Yep, Ringen Bell Photography and Productions. That's who also helped design the site. That's how I got associated with Steve. Is they were working together, and like I said, they do a lot of they do pictures too. They do a little bit of everything. We've done a lot of music videos and business promos. But I would like to talk about this.
Yeah, so there's a movie.
There's going to be at least one movie, and we're shooting this right now. It's called Mazel Tov. It's an original, silly, short horror film, and it's starring my niece, 11-year-old, well, soon to be 11-year-old Zappy Jude. She has big dreams. I love you, Zappy. She's the best. And so she's acting in this, and it's going to be fantastic.
So take me through the synopsis. Can we share a little bit?
Absolutely. It's a zombie film. And so we basically come across a zombie corpse, and then it's like, what do we do with it? That's pretty much, it's going to be real short, but it's just a fun little thing. Cool. She's such a photogenic, the little girl just loves to perform. And it's funny, because you can see whenever people are meant to do these things. Yeah. Because there's just something that she loves playing rock band and singing. They perform. They don't sing, they perform. Really? And so I'm super proud of her as her uncle, and we're going to do this together, and it's going to be fantastic. I think this is a great night, and to hear the family component coming into it too, man, I think that's really awesome. And take me through, the rest of the folks that are getting geared up for this. I mean, there's a lot of balls rolling right now, and momentum gearing up for April. And does it seem like we're kind of ready to go at this point? Yeah, I think so. Here, thank you for mentioning that, because I knew We are still looking for non-food vendors.
Okay, I'm glad I asked.
Yeah. We have several vendors lined up so far. But non-food is what we're really looking for, because
Really
the drive-ins, they're going to have the concessions open and they've got that all covered.
Yeah, you don't need. They have great concession. You don't need to bring nothing. Just go and bring your wallet. You know.
There you go. So you can contact us if you're interested. cheapafvideos@gmail.com or just cheapafvideos.com on the contact us there in the bottom. You can get to us either way.
So you're going to have the opportunity to win a PS5. You're going to see the Steve Ewing full band,
Yep.
and then you're going to see Rafe Williams, Carol Johnson, and Sandy Bernstein, all for the price of $40. Those early bird tickets. Now,
Yep.
what happens afterwards? What are they?
$50. Then they're going to go to $50.
Even then, that's
Yeah,
a heck of a
it's
deal.
all day. We're talking 12 hours. Like we're gonna open at 11. Well, I guess I shouldn't say. We're gonna open at 11. We'll open the doors at 10, and then we're gonna roll until easily 9 or 10 o'clock, because the sun does. We can't use the screen until the sun goes down at like 7:30.
Right.
And then we're gonna play that movie, the short movie, and then we're gonna definitely do one after that. We just haven't decided yet.
That's awesome. I just think it's really cool, man. And anytime you want to come back on and talk about this and any other films you're working on, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else that we need to get out there before I say goodbye?
If I could
Go
real
for
quick
it.
too,
Yeah.
I also am an ordained minister, priest, and all that. So this is a once in a lifetime thing. So if anyone wants to come out and do like engagement pictures, if you're going to get engaged, you should do it here.
Yeah.
And someone will be on the ground with you. Like the Eclipse could be the backdrop. Like we could be on the ground taking pictures of you, whatever. Like, so if anyone needs, or if you're going to have an anniversary or whatever, come out. We'll take pictures. It will be amazing, unforgettable. It'll be incredible.
That's awesome. At 10:55, Tony, come back anytime. I'm serious. And we'll talk more about that opening's music, because, man, this thing is just not good. We'll take a quick pause at 10:55 on this Wednesday morning and come back and wrap up the Wednesday that was after this on RiverBender.com.